Now we derive the equation of the plane known as the normal form of the equation. The normal form of the equation is that form, the equation whose perpendicular distance, equation of the plane whose perpendicular distance from the origin is known, and also the normal vector, a normal vector to the plane is also known, which is the perpendicular form or the normal form of the plane. So we will derive it. Then consider the coordinate axis, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. And in general situation we can assume that the plane meets the three axes at 3 points. So suppose the plane is like this, the plane. So the plane is extended to all directions, not bounded, not in a finite area. It is extended to all the sides. So the intersecting points are this. So this is the plane, and extended towards all sides. We are not at all interested in these intersecting points, but to specify the plane, we have taken these intersecting points, and that's all. And this plane is such that its perpendicular distance from the origin is known. Suppose this is O, and suppose this is N, or this capital N, this capital N is a point on the plane, and suppose ON is the perpendicular distance. And suppose this distance is the ON, this ON is equal to the perpendicular distance. And also we know the normal vector to the plane. Normal means the normal vector. So normal vector is known means we can have the normal unit vector also. If we have a normal vector, dividing with the modulus, the magnitude, we will get the unit normal vector. So suppose we have a normal vector here, N, perpendicular to the plane. And then this vector, unit vector, can be shifted to here, the initial point coinciding with the origin. Any vector in space can be shifted to anywhere in space without altering its magnitude and direction that we know. And if we shift this N to this, so that this origin and the initial point of the vector coincides, then this vector, unit vector, will take the direction of this ON, because this ON is perpendicular to the plane, being the distance, and this N is perpendicular to the plane. And hence this vector ON, we have 2 points O and N. So we can have ON the vector. So this ON vector can be taken as D into this N, D the magnitude, this distance ON, and then the unit vector in the direction, in this direction. Okay, so we have this perpendicular distance and also the unit vector, and hence from this N we have this N also. Then to derive the equation of the plane, choose a general point. Suppose this P is a point, representative point, general point on the plane, with the position vectors here, that is this OP is equal to R, vector OP is equal to R, OP is equal to R. Then join this NB. Join this NB, we get a vector, this NB also. And now we can see that this NB is a vector lying in the plane. This NB is a point on the plane, B is also a point on the plane, so this NB is a vector in the plane, lying in the plane. And therefore this NB is perpendicular to this ON. That is, this NB and this ON are perpendicular. Now, to obtain the equation of the plane, connect this vector R with the condition. So the condition derived from this is this ON and NB are perpendicular. So this ON and NB are perpendicular, and therefore this ON dot NB is equal to 0, being perpendicular. This dot product is equal to 0. Now consider this ON. This ON is dN dot, this NB is equal to position vector of P minus position vector of N. Position vector of P minus position vector of N. Position vector of P is R and position vector of N is ON, which is equal to this dN, which is equal to 0. So D is a constant, and therefore this shows this N dot R minus dN equal to 0, or this R dot N dot product taking distributive property R dot N minus D into N dot N equal to 0. N dot N, D constant, N dot N equal to 0. That is this R dot N minus D, N dot N equal to 1. So equal to 0. That is R dot N is equal to D, which is the equation of the plane. R dot N equal to D. And this condition is true for all points in the plane. Take any point P, this R dot N. R is the position vector of that point. R dot N equal to D, which is the required equation. Okay? And now we can derive the Cartesian equation also. It's very simple. Then in that case, what we do is, we take the point P as Px, y is a general point in terms of Cartesian coordinates, x, y, z. And therefore, this R can be taken as vector R is equal to xi plus yj plus zk. Zk. And then this R dot N is equal to D gives the equation of the plane in the vector form, and where this N is the unit vector, normal to this. And suppose this L, M, N are the direction ratios of the normal. So in the Cartesian form, this direction is given or the perpendicular line is given. That is the meaning. And therefore, we know the direction cosines or direction ratios. If we are given the direction ratios or only direction ratios known, then we can have the direction cosines, corresponding direction cosines also. So, suppose the L, M, N with the direction cosines, then this unit vector N can be taken as N is equal to this L I plus M J plus N K plus N K. And this is unit because its magnitude root of L squared plus M squared plus N squared equal to 1, and that is why we have taken this L, M, N, the direction ratio, to make this N as a unit vector. Then we see that R dot N is equal to D. So R dot N equal to D means taking this dot product, this Lx plus My plus Nz is equal to D. So this is the required equation of the plane in the Cartesian form. If we have the direction ratios A, B, C, then again we will get the same equation. We find this L, M, N using this direction ratios, apply this, obtain the equation of this N, then take the dot product, then simplifying we will get the same equation. Okay, so these are the two equations of this plane type 1 normal form in vector form and else will be Cartesian mode. Okay?